A mother who is remaining anonymous decided to go to WebMd instead of the hospital after her son was shot by a friend that was living with them. Her son, who's a 14-year-old, was shot around 6 p.m. on Tuesday in the leg, and about 7 hours later she decided, yeah, maybe it's a good idea to take my son to the hospital. But originally she did search WebMd, and WebMd doesn't have reliable information when it comes to gunshots. In fact, according to the Huffington Post, a search for gunshot brings up the site's neck pain section, while a search for gunshot wound directs readers to the puncture wounds page, which does not explicitly mention bullet wounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's funny. I like this sort of unstated assumption that, like, well, like she went there, but it doesn't even have good information about bullet wounds. As if it did have good information, that would make it okay that she went to WebMD.
Of course it doesn't make it okay. I mean, it's a stupid thing to do. And, you know, there were two different discussions that were brought up when we were first discussing this. The first point was, well, there's a possibility that she was worried about medical bills. So if you go to the emergency room, what if she can't afford it? And then all of a sudden she has this bill that she can't pay. That was one point. But I think what the reality is, they had, you know, a friend living there, Pete Jesse Rodriguez, a friend who lived in their Santa Fe home. This is in Texas, by the way. And he was just messing around with a gun. Mm-hmm. And he was playing with a gun. He was like following this 14-year-old boy with it. And then he decided to shoot him. So they didn't want him to face criminal charges. That's what really happened here.
Yeah, I totally get that. I don't doubt that one or either or both of those probably played into why she spent 7 hours on Google, I guess. But I mean, look, she's worried about the medical costs and she doesn't want to get in trouble. What did she expect to find in WebMD? Like, shot in the thigh, don't worry, it's cool. No, you're going to have to go to the hospital eventually. Why did you wait 7 hours?
Maybe she was looking for like the step-by-step procedure to get the bullet out of her
Get some
son's
pliers, pull the vas deferens out. I mean, no, it's not going to work that way. I think maybe I'm overreacting here, but I think that if it's not those arguments that we were talking about there, I think that we expect to be able to get too much information off the internet. Like, you can get answers to almost any question, but there are some real life situations that you're not going to find the answer to by Googling.
I have a very good friend, she's a hypochondriac, so if she even starts feeling any symptoms of a cold, she panics and she immediately goes to WebMD. And let me tell you what happens when you search for symptoms on WebMD. You immediately think you're going to die. Right? Everything seems serious and urgent and it's really bad. You know, there was one time when she came up to me and she was like, I don't know, I'm thinking about going to the emergency room. I'm like, you have a cold. You will be fine. Okay. Yeah. So obviously don't get your medical advice from the internet. If you're feeling that something isn't right with your body, or if you got shot in the leg, it's a good idea to go to the doctor.
I love the idea of the symptoms though. Like he's like laying on the couch. She's like, do you have a fever too? Yeah, I have a fever. Oh, it might just be poison oak. No, you got shot in the leg. That's the only thing it is.